Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jem, and then this is my friend.
Hi, I'm Alexi.
So today we are going to do something very different. And what is it?
We're going to be watching some videos of people that are speaking English and it's not their first language. And I'm going to just give my thoughts on it because I was born and raised in Canada, so I would like to consider myself a English expert. But it's just for fun. We're not judging anyone.
Yeah, just to let you guys know that this video is not meant to judge people's skill. It's just, like an observation and then some thoughts on the speaking skills, I guess. Anyway, enjoy. So, have you ever heard about IELTS test?
No, I haven't.
Not at all? Okay.
No.
We should do some Google because we need to be on the same page. It's literally an English test for people whose first language is not English. And then 9 is the highest score that they can get. And then these famous YouTubers, I believe they all got like around 8 to 8.5, which is like really, really high. And it's really difficult.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see how they actually speak in real life.
Yeah.
So this is the first girl.
Okay.
I think she's like an English teacher, and then she got 9 out of 9.
She got 9, okay.
So she should be good, I guess.
Yeah.
My name is Anna. Yeah.
So, yeah, as I said, like I told so I started off my channel to show people what they can learn in classroom settings. So my target audience is the people that want to, make that leap from intermediate to advanced level, because I feel like that's the hardest stage. Because I feel like for conversational, you could just try to go talk to people.
What do you think? We should talk about different stuff though. First of all, it's like her pronunciation.
Yeah, her pronunciation is good. She has like the tiniest bit of an accent, but like she's pretty much speaking in like Canadian American, like pretty standard accent. The one thing I've noticed that like would kind of make me feel like she wasn't born and raised in like an English speaking country is like she puts emphasis on some words where she doesn't have to.
Like intonation? You mean?
Yeah, like intonation. She'll say things with a little more power than she has to, than like someone that's an English speaker would just kind of know the flow of it.
Let's go to the next one.
Okay.
So this is like another very popular, like I think she was studying in the UK or like US for like 6 or 7 years.
Okay.
And she also got like a really high IELTS score. Let's see.
Media, and then you see all these millennials succeeding and you're like, I'm a piece of shit.
Well, actually that's the same, like same.
You guys keep asking me to make English videos, so this is an English video for you. I would like to dedicate this video for many, many, many of you who graduate this year and just...
What do you think though?
She's not as strong as the last one. Her English accent, because I studied, like I was an actor, so I studied English accents, and a lot of English people say that I have a really strong accent, and you can tell that it's still mixed with
Like
her native accent. But she does, again with the intonation, I think she's overpronouncing, like all of her consonants in a way that like a native speaker would not do. Like she's making sure that she's pronouncing every letter, which is like something that comes naturally when you're like studying a language, because you want to make sure that you're saying it right. But just like over time, the more you adapt to like how other people speak, it'll become more natural. But like in terms of like her English and her grammar and like the words, it's all really good.
And then this guy, he's in Canada right now.
Okay.
So then we have one US, one British, and then this is, well, I
Canadian.
guess Canadian.
Okay. It would be so funny if he was like a boot
Me and
hockey A.
I don't think he would do that, but
Yeah.
okay, let's see.
From Andy in Canada. Comment ça va? Je m'appelle Andy.
Well,
So
comment
how are
ça-
you all doing? Are you good? Are you all good? Well, I'm not. I just got back from school And have you seen the new video that I just put up, the most recent one that I just put up, in which I reacted to a video that a channel called Chris in Asia made, in which he shared his comments about other Vietnamese YouTubers' pronunciation and English skills in general. Some people have been put on the microscope, like Khánh Vi or Alexi, one of the most popular YouTubers right now. So basically I made a video reacting to that video, and that somehow, I don't know if that's good or not, attracted lots of viewers and
Okay, I think I have the most thoughts about this one because there were very like common things that he did that that are kind of like tells that it's their second language. First of all, like the normal and the natural like ups and downs of intonation and the rhythm was like a little off, and he put again a lot more intonation on words that he didn't have to. Also, another huge tell that like someone is still trying to wrap their mind around a language is when they go up at the end, even though it's not a question. The end of every sentence is like up at the end, because that's kind of a show of uncertainty. Even if someone's really confident with it, if they're not like 100% confident and used to it, they'll go up at the end. And it's just there's even like native English speakers that do that too, but it is like a tell of being nervous and somewhat unsure of what you're saying.
No, but I would have to say that this guy has the strongest Vietnamese accent out of like three of them.
Yeah.
Because I can tell that there are words that he pronounced just like how Vietnamese would say it.
Yeah, I heard the accent too.
Yeah. But then at the same time, I would have to say that this video, he was so upset when people are like commenting saying that, oh, you have like a Vietnamese accent.
Oh yeah, well like I honestly think that there's nothing wrong with an accent. Yeah, it's like you can still have like an accent in the way that you're pronouncing letters, but like it's the intonation that is something that can make what you're saying change meaning sometimes. And so it's just about speaking more naturally. Like you can have like, I've seen like dramas and stuff like that where they're speaking in fluent English, but they have their accent, but the intonation's correct. And so even with the accent, you think that, yeah, they're very skilled at English, but they just have an accent, so they're from somewhere.
No, but then at the same time, like, do you think it's very important for people not to have like a accent, or it's okay as long as other people understand you, it's fine?
I definitely think that like just knowing enough English to communicate is already like such an incredible thing. I know that like if I know a little bit of a language, I like freak out. Like even when I was in France, like I had to like work myself up, go through a sentence in my head a bunch of times just before I like ordered a croissant. Even though like I've been doing French for like 10 years. Like so long. And so like just like the confidence, especially like with people that come from Asian countries, like the confidence that they have to speak to native English speakers, even if it's like a broken accent, especially because like some of the racism and xenophobia that the white people have.
The whites.
It's just, I find it very brave, and like I have no problem if I understand what you're saying, then like that's really all that matters. But like I understand the appeal of like wanting to have the accent right, because like whenever I'm speaking French or when I'm like speaking Korean, which I know like next to none of, I like one of my favorite things is having the accent right, because like I want the dialect right. And like when I'm in France, it's like a huge tell, like they'll just start talking to you in English even if you say something to them in French. If your accent isn't down,
right away, right?
Yeah, and they just speak to you in English. And so like I understand that appeal, but I also don't think it's necessary at all.
But at the same time, like since I've been here for a while,
yeah,
there are a lot of people who are just like, oh, you have an accent, and I'm just like, so what? Like,
yeah,
is that a problem?
You have like a very thick accent.
I know.
And it's like interesting because you've been here so long, like it hasn't gone down at all. But I also think that that's because you still speak to a lot of people in Vietnamese, and a lot of your friends are Vietnamese. And so like if you just completely like melting potted it and you only had English speaking friends, I definitely think that your accent would have like
but then at the same time, like, I don't find any problems with it, I
Yeah,
guess.
no, not at all.
That's why I'm just like,
Yeah.
whatever, yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but
if
at
I
the-
understand what you're saying, that's all that really matters.
Right. I'm just,
It's okay.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay to have an
You're
accent.
speaking fluent English. That's all that matters.
Just get the words right, I guess. And
yeah.
then, yeah.
Like, the intonation is, it's a tell that it's not your first language, but it doesn't mean that you're less of an English speaker.
But at
You
the
know?
same time, when you have an accent, that means you can speak another language.
Exactly, which is cooler than most native English speakers who only speak English. I'm really working hard on that.
Totally agree.
Not quite there yet. Bucket list was like, no 3 languages. I'm like 1, and then like half, and then like...
No, but I haven't met any foreigners that can speak Vietnamese perfectly.
I can't even pronounce your name.
I know exactly. That's why, like, you should not be ashamed
I know.
of your speaking or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like, be yourself.
Like if you have an accent, but you're still speaking to me in English, like there's no way in any world that I would be able to speak your language. So you're already winning.
1 point for me. Oh no, actually, how many points for me?
You know, like
Vietnamese
English,
only?
Vietnamese, Malaysian, Korean, a little bit Chinese, but only when you're buying something.
Right. Only me. Like when I need to use it, I will use it.
I ordered stuff in France.
No, but what
and-
I find funny is that how the hell can you not speak French when you literally learn it from or study it from grade 1 to 10?
The way they go about teaching it to you is like not conversational at all. Like they
It's all
never make you
grammatic?
practice talking to other people. It's all like the technical part of it, but you never actually get like practice talking to one another. And like I just remember we would have assignments on like advertising things, and it would be like separated into units about like certain things and like different conjugations of stuff, but they never actually like made you apply it to talking
right.
to people. And so
Right.
that's kind of why like I got better at speaking French after I got out of school and like brushed up on it and watched movies, because I could see like how the flow is, and that's kind of what anyone that's studying English does too. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but I do get it. Like not everyone
Yeah.
is like good at
Learning
adapting like the new
languages. Yeah.
language, but it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, thank you so much for your thoughts. And then, in conclusion, I think that
In conclusion, accents don't matter,
right,
and you're already beating the native English speakers.
like her.
Because we can't speak your language, so the fact that you can speak our language and we understand you doesn't matter if you have an accent or a different intonation or whatever. I understand what you're saying, and that's already the
As long
coolest
as you
thing ever.
can, yeah, I know. As long as you can communicate and then
Yeah.
you can fight back,
Yeah.
like this, it's
You
okay.
speak 2 languages at least. Like, that's awesome.
Anyway, be proud of yourself. Love yourself.
Don't be too hard on yourself. You're doing great, sweetie.
Take care, guys. Oh, by the way, follow her Instagram.
Yeah, Alexi Halket.
Yeah, I'll link it down below somewhere down here. Okay, bye.
Bye.